Well, you work hard on a business, and sometimes you work so hard in the business. Thinking about what it might be worth is sometimes a bit of a dream, but it's probably one of the things you should be very much focused on as you build your business, and certainly before you even start. This morning, joining me, Matt Schlieder from Elliott's Accountants. Matt, would you agree with that? You've got to be looking at the value of the business as you're going through your business, and how do you value it?
Oh, absolutely. Kevin, at the end of the day, when we've been working hard in our businesses throughout our business lives, you really want to be able to capitalise on that at the end and get something for all of those efforts. And what happens with most businesses, they're valued on a number of times of earnings that they make in a year. So, Kevin, a business might make a profit of $100,000, and depending on the risk that a purchaser will place on their ability to earn those profits again, will determine the number of times those profits.
Okay, I guess the key thing in there, you're talking about risk, and you sort of assess that risk, but what can someone who owns a business do to improve the value of their business?
In terms of risk, Kevin, the main risk that a purchaser will look to is what is the likelihood that these profits that I'm paying for are going to be able to be made by me? And the biggest risk that purchasers have is that the business is so reliant on the vendor that if the vendor's not there, those profits aren't going to be made.
Yeah, pretty hard in a one-man business, isn't it?
It is difficult in a one-man business, but depending on what that business is and how they structure their revenue streams and how they do their work with their clients, there can still be some value attached to that client base. It is more of a challenge just with a small business, which is a single-man operator, particularly in the areas of where they might be trade-type people that really rely on their services. But where you might be in the business of selling a product, or particularly in this day and age in terms of online solutions, provided those businesses are set up in a way that allow that work to continue to happen, even if they're not there having to do it themselves, that's probably the main thing that will impact on the value.
How many businesses do you see that simply don't have a plan, just a good idea?
Of a written business plan, 2%.
2% have one?
Yeah, It's a very small number. In terms of those businesses that strategize and actually take some time out, think about what their business strategy will be, that may be sort of 10 to 15%. I think everyone's always thinking about it, but most people in their small businesses just get in there and do the work. And they get so busy doing it, they don't stop to think, well, what opportunities do I have? How do I maximise the outcomes from those activities? What should I be doing in the business to build it and grow it?
Wonderful, Matt. Thank you very much from Elliott's Accountants. For we see, we're talking small business.